This is the watermelon wine about 15 hours after we pitch the yeast. It's fermenting pretty hard, it looks like, going to town. So we'll update you in another day or two. This is the watermelon wine about 40 hours after we pitched the yeast. Starting to slow down a little bit, but still fermenting away. Okay guys, so as you can see, the airlock has stopped on the watermelon wine. So we're going to go ahead and crack that open. And there's a look at it. Primary is done fermenting. So we're going to go ahead and transfer that now down into a secondary. Okay, so we've got our sanitized carboy, which is going to be our secondary. Our sanitized siphoning hose. We stick that down inside there and we'll give this a couple pumps. And away she goes. And that's going to transfer from there down into there. So we'll take a look at it once it's finished transferring. Okay, and there it is as it's racking into the carboy. The foam coming out of the top is just sanitizer, that's normal. So we'll stop it when it fills up. Okay, and here it is all racked up into the carboy. We've got the sanitized airlock and bung on it. As you can notice, we filled it up just to the bottom of the neck. This is just sanitizer in here. It'll dissipate after a little while. Now we want to keep oxygen out of it at this point. So we'll go ahead and leave this in here for about a month and then we'll re-rack it to another carboy. It should start to clear some. And that's about it for the next month. Here is a look in the bucket at all the lees on the bottom of the bucket that's left behind. All that gunk. And now we're left with 6 gallons of fermented must. So here we have the watermelon wine. As you can see, it's still got a pretty good color. It's not clear yet, but it's been sitting in here for a little over 2 months now. And as you can see, once we get to the bottom, you can see all that sediment at the bottom. So we need to rack it off of that sediment so we don't get any off flavors. So we'll show you how to do that. Okay, so first off, we've got our clean jug here. We're going to go ahead and put some Star San in there. Dump that down in there. And then we'll fill that up with cool water. We'll fill that up with cool water. As you can see, it'll suds up and we'll get this all sanitized. Okay, and then once we've got it all full of sanitizer, I go ahead and take my racking cane and rack the sanitizer down into a bucket so we can sanitize anything else that we need to sanitize. And also that way our racking cane will be all sanitized and ready for the transfer. Okay, so once you've got your jug sanitized and your siphoning tube sanitized, you'll just bring your jug over, set it on the ground, slide your siphoning tube down in and pop off your airlock. And we'll stick that down in there and we'll give it a couple of pumps. Start it. And that'll start siphoning down into the other jug. You want to be careful not to disturb the sediment at the bottom. We'll go ahead and rack this off as much as we can into there, and then we'll be back. Just kind of a tip for you guys. I stack a couple things and put them up underneath there to kind of tilt the jug, and then I will put my siphon to this side of the jug so we can get as much liquid as we can. If you can see that, it's leaning this way. Just kind of a tip for you guys. As you can see, racking it, it looks fairly clear. You can pretty much see through the tube there. So it's looking fairly clear. It's getting there. As you're racking it over, as you can see, the Star San's coming out of the top of the jug. It's continuing to sanitize as it's pushing up, which is a good thing. This is normal. Just letting you guys know that. Okay, and then here's kind of the gunk that you're left with in the bottom of the jug. We will see if we can see through the top here. That's kind of what you're left with in the bottom of the jug. And here is the new jug all filled up. Okay, so now we have it all racked over, and we've got an airlock on top. We will just let it age.